there, thanks for joining me today for the final part of the environmental health series. So at Astral Hygiene we do our live Facebook videos and we post them not only on Facebook, please give us a share, on Instagram where you can also follow us and share, and we also put them up on YouTube where you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to see our most up-to-date kind of updates, our up-to-date information on legislative changes, all of which is really key in running a tight ship in terms of hygiene. So Astral Hygiene, we not only sell paper products and chemicals, but we also give advice, guidance on kind of environmental health, chemicals that you need for specific specialist jobs. So we kind of work across the whole kind of spectrum. My name's Anna and I have been completing this environmental health series. So today we're going to discuss part 5. So you can catch up on all the videos, they're all on Facebook, they're all on Instagram, they're all on YouTube. But just to kind of summarise, we have been giving you kind of hints and tips to pass your environmental health inspection. And the first thing that we covered was colour coding your zones. So, you know, red for washrooms and sanitary areas, you know, green for bar and dining areas, blue for kind of low risk zones. And then we moved on to how your environmental health officer actually wants you to be sanitising your dishes. So that's in part 2. Part 3 we talked about sanitisers and we kind of touched on COVID and so making sure that your work surfaces are clean and sanitary for preparing food on, but also we spoke about the best kind of ones for COVID related bits. So today we're going to be speaking about kind of wrapping everything up about the best way to kind of create an impression and kind of how to manage your relationship, I suppose, with your environmental health officer. So, well, let's kick off with common sense. So common sense dictates that you need to keep your walkways clear, you need to be managing your rubbish effectively, not having any overflowing bins in your kitchen, making sure that, you know, health and safety is observed, so trip hazards, etc. are all removed. So all of that is good kind of common sense. What I would also say is that environmental health is a career for people. So when you become an environmental health officer, you're likely going to be managing your area for a long time. So I think you need to kind of go into the relationship with your environmental health officer with that in mind. So, you know, manage the relationship as though it's a long-term relationship. So, you know, don't be rude to them, take their advice on board, and ultimately the environmental health department, environmental health officer are just trying to help you to make sure that you are, you know, running a tight ship in terms of hygiene, making sure that everything is being observed appropriately, making sure that, you know, E. coli, etc. isn't breeding in your work area, within your food area, making sure that you're serving up delicious food that is hygienically prepared. So they really are trying to help you, and there's very few situations where environmental health will arrive on site and immediately shut you down. So they are trying to help you and trying to work with you, so just bear that in mind. And a lot of our customers, or a few of our customers, have had quite a spiky relationship with environmental health, and where environmental health have had questions about products, etc. They often get myself involved in that, and I'll then liaise with environmental health on your behalf, particularly with regard to questions around chemicals, etc., and try to work with environmental health to make them understand why it is that I have recommended that product to you. And usually they kind of come around to my way of thinking. Occasionally, I have had to put the environmental health department in touch with our team of microbiologists that we have, and that usually just puts a lid on it. So that facility is available if you do buy from Astral Hygiene. So environmental health are trying to help you, so a nice relationship, and it'll be a long-standing relationship. So, you know, go into the relationship with they're not trying to come and attack you, they're trying to help you, and that will mean that you'll have a good relationship with environmental health. The final thing that I would like to say is, obviously throughout this series I have kind of drawn your attention to a number of products that are, I suppose, missold by manufacturers and certain distributors, and a lot of manufacturers are kind of saying that this product is 99.99% effective, but that's not good enough for the purposes that we're looking for when we are working in a catering environment or a food environment. We need it to be accredited. And there are, you know, I've given you oodles of examples of things that you need to do in terms of making sure that you measure the water in your sink before you put it in your bactericidal detergent, and all of that sort of good stuff. So what I would say to you is, you'll make sure that you are partnering with a good hygiene firm. It doesn't need to be ourselves. Obviously the purpose of these videos is to demonstrate all of our knowledge and expertise. If you are, we operate up and down the country, and we do offer, you know, excellent quality products at competitive prices. We offer free training, free social media content, free material safety data sheets. So that is all great for us and what we do for our customers. But what I would say is, you know, make sure that you are partnering with a good hygiene firm that can say, yes, this chemical, this Celgene Extreme will kill, you know, viruses, and it'll kill this, you know, adenovirus, poliovirus, etc. And give you some specific examples. Yes, this chemical is BSEM 1276, this cleaner sanitizer is BSEM 1276. Yes, this is how you need to, you know, fill up your sink to this level, and you need to put in this number of Pelican pumps of your bactericidal detergent. So all of that kind of good practical advice that we give here at Astral is what you're looking for in your distributor. If your distributor is coming across as though they don't know what they're talking about, get rid of them, because you need to be, you know, you are putting the future of your business and the safety ultimately of your customers in your cleaning and hygiene distributor's hands. So make sure you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, ask your distributor and they should tell you what you're doing. If you're uncertain, give me a phone and I'll you know, pass their advice along to me, and I'll tell you whether it's good advice or bad advice. So ultimately it's just kind of today's kind of blog. So the blog will be in the comments shortly, and this video will be uploaded and circulated shortly. Make sure that you are working with a really good quality hygiene supplier who knows what they're talking about, and also make sure that you are kind of using your relationship with your environmental health to your own benefit, which is, you know, listening to what they've got to say, responding to what they ask you to do, and doing it as timelessly and as correctly as possible. Thanks so much. Bye.